Yo, yo, yo. Let's go. What's up, y'all? You know YouTube. You know how they do, man. On some bullshit. Man, let's get this. TOL channel. Appreciate y'all for coming in. I'm sorry about that. A few minutes late, but we good. Let's get this started, man. But let's go, man. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all see the damn madness. I don't know how else to explain it. We seen it with Vin Lloyd. We seen it with a bunch of his little followers. Apparently, he told this dude that he created him. He started him, and I'm really starting to believe it. That he's really hearkening on to this false doctrine stuff, worshiping angels. We got niggas worshiping angels out here, man. You know what I mean? This is it's really getting real like that. I don't know what I can say about it. A lot of madness going on. Y'all see it. When there's confusion, people will talk about it. There's nothing new that's supposed to be coming out of nowhere, out of the blue. So that's why I want to break down to you guys and show you what's really going on and how these false prophets move. Even if they believe that they're speaking the truth, I mean, they're blinded by something, by some entity. Or I guarantee is the Most High doing it, of course, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because he says he makes the blind, he makes the seeing. So we all know that. We all understand that. Who's doing all this and why people get caught up so easily. And this video, I don't want to bash nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to bash the little kid. I do want him to get on track and get into the truth. My passion for the truth is, you know what I mean, way above average. I don't deal with any false prophet shit. So if anyone feels like I'm being disrespectful, this stream isn't for you. You know what I mean? Once you speak blasphemy against my God and you can't back it up and you start deleting stuff and all this crazy, you know what I'm saying? You guys understand what's going on. You know what I mean? There's really nothing else to really talk about as far as that goes. But let's get into the subject. So little Chief MOOR, you know what I'm saying? Little MOOR. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, man. Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of respect for this dude a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? We used to talk, all that. We're in the same little group and messages and group. All right, well, you guys understand what's going on. But it just comes a point in time where people start drifting off and they get sidetracked and they start start backsliding and start going into other gods and worshiping angels. And this is what we have going on here. And I know a lot of y'all be hitting me up talking about well, don't be so mean to him. You don't have to talk shit about it. No. Once you call yourself chief, nigga, you better take this shit like a chief. You know what I'm saying? That's what we don't understand. Like, we got so much of a soft society. Niggas don't want no responsibility. Just let the nigga get off or whatever and just say anything about your God. You know what I mean? I know my God, so when I hear somebody talking shit about my God, I'm gonna talk shit about them, talking shit about everybody they know that's fucking with them, talking shit about your family, everything. Because you're talking about my God. You know what I mean? You're blaspheming my God and you're telling people this is 100% truth. So I'm not gonna go into depth and go through this man's whole video, but I do have clips that I have to show before we get into the video, so no one sees that I'm lying here. You know what I mean? That's the last thing I want. I want everybody to know to be for sure. You know what I'm saying? Know what the hell is going on and know what this video is about. So when y'all see other videos out there and you see little MOOR Chief out here talking his shit, you can always come back here and go look at the video. And you guys already know when you're on this channel, we go by the voice. You know what I'm saying? Vin MOOR. You guys know what I'm saying? But we go by the voice, man, and that's it. So whatever the voice of our God is saying, that's what matters the most. You know what I'm saying? The voice. And it's sad too, because I've seen bits and pieces and glimpses of this dude not really listening to the voice. So for you to take that on other subjects, and now this pops up, you know what I mean? It's not surprising at all that this has come to where it's come to right now. You know what I mean? There should be no new doctrines. You know what I'm saying? There's literally only thing that we're supposed to do when we woke up. Turn away from our transgressions and go back to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. There's nothing else to figure out. You know what I mean? The one God. That's it. So this is the evidence right here that Chief Moore deleted. You know what I'm saying? He deleted. And if y'all don't like it, I don't care. Get off the video. So, you know what I mean? We don't delete shit over here. I don't delete stuff on my Instagram. I don't delete stuff on my YouTube. Every video I posted on my YouTube, still there. You know what I'm saying? So here goes Chief Moray. You guys know what this is already. We don't got to act the fool. We know what this is already. This is called a pyramid. You know what I mean? And at the top of the pyramid is number one. And at the bottom of the pyramid is last. What he has here, so I can explain it easy to everybody that's paying attention. The first one up here, he calls this the Most High. The second one down here, on the pecking order, he calls that Hayah. So we got Hayah and we got the Most High. He believes the Most High created Hayah. So let me say that again. He has the Most High, which he's saying is number one at the top, and then he has Hayah as number two, which is supposed to be the God of Israel. So before we get anything started, a disclaimer, just letting y'all know, if I say something messed up and it sounds like I'm talking about our God, just know anything that sounds crazy, or if I might say a curse word or might say something stupid, just know I'm talking about his angel God that he's talking about. That just understand that, so no one gets me confused and think I'm talking craziness against our God. So this is pretty much a challenge. It's a big challenge because he's using the name of our God as his angel to push the doctrine. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to go through every little bits and pieces so no one sees that we're lying. So you guys understand this. You got that picture right here, right? Boom. He has the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, number two. He has the Most High, number one. And we're going to go through everything so nothing is nothing's hidden. Now, this is what I want to show you guys next. This is going to be a quick 3-4 minutes.
And I want to give a special shout out.
And the reason why I have to show this, so we all know that it came from his mouth. You know what I'm saying? It didn't come from anywhere else but his mouth. So we need to hear this. It's only 4 minutes. I ain't playing the whole video. This is not me trying to bash this little man. He deserves what comes to him. He knows that. He's probably at home trying to delete shit now. Because he already deleted a lot of the videos, or the original video on YouTube, which is in the link in the description below. So if you guys are on the channel and you guys want to break down what we're talking about, the link will be in the description. So just go to the description. You will see the original video deleted by a little more. And I uploaded that video on here so you guys can see it. So this is just a clip, because I'm not going to go through his whole damn video on my channel, because that shit is hypnotizing. You know what I mean? He plays a lot of 4-3-2 to drop music in the background. He probably learned it from the nigga, because 4-3 drop, I'm not even going to lie, 4-3-2 to drop had me hypnotized at one point, and I just had to stop listening to the nigga. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff, a lot of people drop is cool. I'm not even going to front. But at the same time, if it starts going against doctrine, you got to start the proper doctrine. You got to start cutting shit off. So let's go. And we're going to go through this little 4-minute video real quick. You know what I mean? I'm going to go through it real quick. I'm going to stop every now and then, but I want to do it real quick because this video is not the source of, not the whole main picture of my stream right now. I want to go back to the video. I want to play the video. Then when I go to the scriptures, we're going to talk about the topics from the video. And these are just clips that I have so you guys can see that what we just showed you in the picture is exactly what this dude thinks. And he's telling people this is 100% truth. So let's go.
and Jacob. And I want to give a special shout out to Prophets of Awakening YouTube channel. And there's a brother on the channel called, his name is Kevin. He gave me this beautiful information, and I would like to share it with you guys. And shout out to Prophets of Awakening, shout out to Kevin.
All right, so already you guys know, off rip, when you're talking about somebody and someone tells you that they told you something and now you believe it is truth, 99% of the time it's false, because you're getting it from somebody else, another source, and we got scripture for that. Don't even worry about it. Everything we're going to do, we're going to back it up with scripture. We just got to go over this video. So already, he's already telling you who's getting it from somebody named Kevin that's a part of the Prophets of Awakening. So let's keep it going.
The most backlash, and I'm okay with that because I know that it's 100% truth.
You heard what he just said. He just said it's 100% true.
It is read the scriptures. I'm not going to interpret anything.
And the reason why I have to play these clips because I want you guys to hear it so then we can go over it.
It's not an interpretation. This is simply what the scripture says. 3 men appear to Abraham. One of them is called the Lord. We find out that these men are not literally men, but spiritual beings, angels. 2 of them turn and go towards Sodom to Lot. Abraham stayed with the Lord and spoke to him. This entity called Lord is clearly our God, Hayah. It is clear that Abraham and Hayah spoke to each other face to face, as it said, Abraham stood yet before the Lord. The other 2 men left and appeared in the next chapter.
All right, so you guys heard that. You know what I mean? He said an angel is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Clear as day. You guys heard that.
Lord or Hayah. Was Hayah this angel? Let's hear this again.
You guys heard it again. Was Hayah the angel?
The same angel identifies himself as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. In verse 4, this angel is called the Lord.
All right, so you guys know he's worshiping angels. You guys understand that. Boom, we got that.
Energy which could shake the earth and create such powerful sounds and voices. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob never needed to speak to anyone from the heavens because he simply appeared to them. The entity speaking to Moses on the top of this Sinai is the Most High, Ha Elyon, the creator of Yah and the creator of the spiritual realm. This is the first time the Most High came to man in our scriptures. Before this, only Yah dealt with man. The Most High is the one that gave the 10 Commandments and basically teaches man how to worship Yah. And
you heard that. He said the Most High teaches man how to worship Yah.
Teaches man how to worship Yah. Commandments from Exodus 20
Listen to this.
all the way to Exodus 23. In the 10 Commandments, the Most High basically teaches man how to worship Yah and Yah only. The Most High does not teach us to worship himself. The first command, have no other gods before me, is actually not what the Hebrew text says. The Most High actually said, before my face you shall have no other gods. Meaning, on my watch, you shall not have any other gods.
All right, so you guys understand that. You heard what he said. It's clear as day. He's trying to make it seem like their God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is a lesser God than the Most High. So we understand it. We clear as day hear it from his voice. Now this is the last part we want to do, and then we're gonna go straight into the scriptures.
The physical realm was created by Hayah, not the Most High.
You heard that.
So figuratively speaking, of course, Yah could be called the Most High of the earth, but he never calls himself this though. The heathen translators of our books.
All right, so you guys hear it. He said the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob can be known as the God of the Most High of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Not the Most High overall, just the Most High of the earth. This is out of his words, out of his own mouth. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody else's interpretation. Yes, And I don't want to play the whole video. He got 2 videos up right now. So this is just 5 minutes of the video that I made clips of that I want you guys to hear. Because I know that hypnotism music and shit that he plays can fucking draw people out and you can get lost.
Isaiah 43.
So listen to this. This is the last one we're going to talk about right now.
Isaiah 43 and 10 is Yah speaking about how no God was formed before him or after him. By him making this statement, he indirectly states that he himself at one point was formed.
All right, so we all get an idea of what this dude is saying. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This man's saying that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is a formed God. That's what he said out of his own mouth. He said that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is formed. He said he indirectly saying that he's a formed God. You know what I'm saying? A formed angel, basically. So let's get into these scriptures, man. Enough about all that other stuff. We all understand. Anybody that's watching this video now or in the future, you just scroll through past that bullshit, and we're gonna see what you know what I mean. Now we're gonna get into the scriptures. So what I want to do is, first of all, you know what I mean, if you watch the video, right, there's a lot of shit going on in there. Especially translation. He likes hawking on translations and all this, and the white man this and the European man that, and he changed this and he changed that. Well, if you understand how to read scriptures is supposed to be read through the passage. You know what I mean? Line after line. You know what I mean? Here, there, little, there, you know what I'm saying? Like that. We read that in Isaiah. You guys should know how to read scriptures. You have to read the passage. You know what I mean? Anything that you're looking at, you read the passage. You can't just read one little verse, go over there, put your meaning on it, and go back and try and give people lessons. That's not how you do it. So when you go on this, when you come to this channel, y'all know how we read this shit. You know what I'm saying? We actually go through and read what the context is. You know what I'm saying? That's how you read scriptures. So the first thing I want to show people, Zephaniah 3. Real huge. We have to talk about that right now. And it's real big, man. We have to. So Zephaniah 3:1. Woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. She obeyed not the voice. She received not correction. She trusted not in the Lord. She drew not near her God. So you guys know every damn time that we read scriptures, the God Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he says, follow my statutes, judgments, and commandments. And one thing that people always forget is the voice. I don't understand what people don't understand about that, bro. The voice. Listen to when he talks. When he talks, he's giving you instruction. You can't go through scriptures and be like, well, if that happened, well, that means this means that happens. This is what happens in this new generation when all these niggas trying to be new rappers calling themselves Little Fig and Little Pump. I'm Little Chief Moray. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is taking this shit for a mockery. You know what I'm saying? It's a pure mockery out here, bro. So let's go. Zephaniah 3. Woe to her. So we know that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob says that this city, the oppressing city, did not obey his voice. Her princes within her are roaring, and we can relate this to Babylon as well. This could have been other places that we're at too. Don't get me wrong, but this, when you read this, you should understand the context of it. Her princes within her are roaring lions. Her judges are even wolves. They gnaw not at the bones till the morrow. Her prophets are light and treacherous persons. Her priests have polluted the sanctuary and have done violence to the law. So you guys know this city is filthy. Everything's dirty. Nothing's clean. Nothing's cleansed. The Most High has nothing to do anything with this type of city because it's all polluted. The law is, they've done violence to the law. That means they've torn up the book, even though they couldn't change the whole book. Because they changed the whole book, we'll have a whole different book right now, and we wouldn't be able to know who we were. So you got to understand, when we talk about the book, the Torah was sealed. You know what I mean? If the Torah wasn't sealed, we wouldn't have it today. So they can go around and switch some things, you know what I'm saying? But they can't switch the whole passages. You know what I'm saying? You can switch a few words in here and call it a different translation, and you know what I mean, and try and get people that way. But as far as the entire passage where you get the context from, you can't switch that. Because if you switch everything, people are going to know and they're going to understand that this is fake. All right. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Verse 5. Every morning doth the bring his judgment to light. He faileth not. But the unjust knoweth no shame. I have cut the nations. I have cut off the nations. Their towers are desolate. I made their streets waste. What none passeth by, their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is no inhabitant. I said, surely thou wilt fear me. Thou wilt receive instruction, so their dwelling should not be cut off. Howsoever I punished them, but they rose early and corrupted all their doings. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord. And you guys know on this channel, we go with saith the Lord, especially when we read it outside of the Torah. The first 5 books, when we're reading outside, we want to look for saith the Lord because, look, we listen to instruction. We listen to the voice. Until the day that I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with my fire and jealousy. Verse 9, for then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may call upon the name of the Lord to serve him in one consent. So when you read in this chapter, especially verse 8, what does it say? He says, I'm going to assemble the kingdoms and pour out my indignation on them. So this is the day of the Lord. This is at the end when he's going to, destroy shit. Zephaniah 3, for I will turn to the people a pure language. So we don't have a pure language right now. Everything is corrupt. Even if you think you're going back to Hebrew to try and figure out some stuff, you read in English, you niggas woke up reading English. You think the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob ain't have nothing to do with the English language? You niggas are nuts. Because the reason why it doesn't matter, because you have to read the entire passage of what it's talking about. So if you guys on this channel, everybody's on this channel, y'all know how we get down. We read passages over here. So this entire chapter, we know this is a polluted city that transgressed against the law and flipped everything around. And what does our God have to do? He has to give us a pure language so we can call on his name to serve him with one consent. Right now, none of us are on one consent. And there's only one thing that we should be doing right now. And then we're going to get into that. So we talked about that. So now we're going to get into Hosea 3. Because remember, you guys understand what this man just said. He said, I went to Prophets of Awakening, and this dude named Kevin gave me the light. And once I got the light, I brought it to YouTube, and I confused everyone that's supposed to be an Israelite, even sojourners. I had sojourners hit me up. I had Israelites hit me up. Probably damn Hamites. I don't know. But let's go to Hosea real quick. So you guys remember when he said, I went to Prophets of Awakening. I got this information. I have to share it with you guys. You know what I mean? Does that sound like he went to go research this himself? No, it doesn't. So let's go to Hosea 3 real quick. Then said the Lord unto me, we listening to this voice again. Go yet, love a woman, beloved of her friend, yet an adulteress according to the love of the Lord. Hosea 3, 1, toward the children of Israel who look to other gods and love flagons of wine. So I brought her to me 15 pieces of silver, and for an homer of barley, and a half homer of barley. And I said unto her, thou shalt abide for many days, thou shalt not play for a harlot, and thou shalt not be for another man, so will I also be for thee. So right now in this captivity, are we for another man right now? Yes, we're oppressed under our oppressor in a foreign land. So when we get out of here, then Hosea 3 will come to pass, right? Because we will abide many days and shall not play a harlot, and thou shalt not be for another man, right? So Hosea 3:4, for the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without a teraphim. After the children of Israel return and seek the Lord their God, David their king, they shall fear the Lord in the goodness in the latter days. So we know this is the latter days. So from this point on, even until we get out of captivity, we have to understand there's no prophets, there's no king, there's nobody. We're not for another man. There's no man that's supposed to be telling us anything. And these are the words from our God. I'm not making anything up here. So you guys understand. Look, no man can tell you anything right now. The only instruction you can get is from the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, so boom. Now we're going to hop into Jeremiah 3. Let's go right here real quick. And this is real important for a lot of people that just don't understand, that are just lost in the way. This is very important. This is probably one of the most important chapters in the scriptures, to be honest with you, because this here, right here, can either make you or break you. And I'm being dead ass serious. So let's go ahead and read this. And the Lord said unto me, there it goes again. We're listening to that voice, right? No one should be confused when we're listening to that voice. The backsliding Israel have justified herself more than the treacherous Judah. Go and proclaim these words towards the north and say, return, thou backsliding Israel, saith the Lord, and I will not cause my anger to fall upon you. For I am merciful, saith the Lord, and I will not keep anger from forever. Only acknowledge thy iniquity, that thou have transgressed against the Lord thy God, and have scattered thy ways to the strangers under every green tree, and have not obeyed my voice, saith the Lord. Obeyed my voice. On this channel, we only obey our God's voice. Everything that he says comes first. All opinions, all circumstantial evidence that niggas be reading, like Little Chief, well, if people didn't talk to our God like this, or they didn't do this, or this angel came, this is all circumstantial evidence. Means nothing. If you're not getting it from our God, it means absolutely nothing. The only thing that we should be doing is acknowledging thine iniquity and turning away from our transgressions and understanding, look, we don't have no other gods. What do people don't understand? Jeremiah 3:14, turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one from a city, two from a family, and I will bring you to Zion, and I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you in knowledge of my understanding. So when we read this passage, like we always do on this channel, what do you get from these verses? This is talking about us returning, stop backsliding, and then he will bring us to our land. This is why he said, I'm married unto you, and I take you one from a city, two from a family, and bring you back to Zion. Then the most important verse is Jeremiah 15. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. So we have to get out this land until the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob will give us someone that's according to his heart. So all this prophets of awakening shit, I talked to prophets of awakening. They told me this. I'm going to go bring it to YouTube because I'm Little Chief MOOR. You know what I'm saying? This is the bullshit that we're dealing with right now. This is the bullshit that we're literally dealing with right now. There's no person in Babylon right now that you're supposed to be getting information from. Nobody. And then to flip it and to say this is 100% true, which came out of his mouth, is all false. So we should know when the true prophet should be back. It ain't until after we return to Zion. It's simple. Thus saith the Lord. It's this easy. So let's keep it going, man. Deuteronomy 30. It's getting better. You know what I mean? It's getting better. Y'all stay tuned. It's getting better. We didn't even get into the real stuff yet. You know what I mean? We got all of this right here. So, and we're already 30 minutes in. So let's go to Deuteronomy 30, 10 through 14. Here we go. You guys should know, man. So when you read it as 10 through 14, Deuteronomy 30, everybody should know this. If you read in Torah and you read Deuteronomy, you should read Deuteronomy 30 easily. If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. How many times do we have to hear the voice in scriptures to start listening to our God when he tells us something? How many times? Niggas don't want to listen. When you listen to the voice, listen to the instruction he gives right after he says, thus saith the Lord, or right after he gives a commandment or whatever. Listen to the voice. Don't start going off in different directions and start to think, oh, you're right about this, or oh, this angel's this God and all this crazy stuff. No, listen to the voice and you will understand what he's saying. To keep his commandments and statutes, which are written in this book of the law. And that thou turn to the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. For this commandment, which I might command ye thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. So what did we say in verse 10? If we go back to verse 10 up here, what does it say? All the commandments, listen to his voice, which are written in this book of the law. And if thou turn unto the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, for this commandment which I will command thee this day is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. What does that mean? Anyone with common sense knows anything you read, especially what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob says, it shouldn't be hard to understand. There's nothing hidden and there's nothing far off. So when you read those first two verses right there, and then you go down some more, it is not in heaven that thou shouldst say, who shall go up to heaven and bring it to us, that we may hear it and do it. Neither is it beyond the sea that thou shouldst say, who shall go to the sea for us and bring it unto us, that we may hear and do it. But the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it. The word is already here. If the word ain't in you, then you're lost. You're gone. You don't know what's going on, because you shouldn't be going to man at all. There's no man, there's no prophets of awakening. Kevin from Prophets of Awakening told me this, so I'm gonna tell y'all niggas this, so y'all can go read this, and you know what I mean, and don't praise the Most High Elion, and you gotta praise the second in command. You guys know what he said? Look, the second in command right here, boom. This is what he's telling people in 2020 after the pandemic. This is nuts. So we understand that. Boom. Nothing is hidden. No man can show you anything. We go to Isaiah 29. Because, you know what I mean? Right now, I'm just getting hot. You know what I'm saying? I'm really just heating up. I'm hot as hell. Got my sweater on, got my hat on. But let's go, man. Let's go. Let's get it. Chapter 29, verse 13. So we're going to highlight all this, 13 through 16. And we're going to break this down real quick. And we already know, look, the Most High said it. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob said it. We're outside of the Torah, right? We're in Isaiah. Wherefore, the Lord said, for as much this people draw near with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. Whoa, so this right here is all general. Doesn't matter where this is talking about. I believe this is talking about David dwelling in Ariel. But if we go in here, this is talking about in general. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? This is exactly what this nigga's doing. Little more, he doesn't even know it. So let's go break this down real quick. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Surely the turn of the things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. So the potter, we got to understand, when the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob says the potter, when you read scripture, he's the potter. We're the clay, the people. You know what I'm saying? He's creating us as, you know what I mean, with the clay, and he's creating the pot. You know what I mean? You guys know ceramics, you guys should know that. It shouldn't be hard to understand. Now, this first verse right here, these are people that hide in secret counsel and do all this stuff, crazy stuff, and tell people whatever. But when you get to 16, like Little More did, what happened? He started turning things upside down, started hiding shit, deleting stuff off his Instagram, deleting stuff off YouTube. Surely your turning things upside down shall be esteemed. he made me not. So he already said the second in command angel created him. He's not saying the most. Remember, don't get our God switched up. His God is second in command. He's saying the Most High God doesn't have anything to do with the earth. You know what I mean? So we have to understand what he's saying here. What little more said, then read the scriptures. So when you read this, verse 16, these dudes out here, when they lie and they say, oh, the God, the Most High, the God of gods, the number one in charge, he made me not. Or shall the thing framed say him? So the thing that's framed is the ceramic pot. You know what I mean? We're formed beings. We were actually formed. We have a beginning and end. You know what I mean? Humans have a beginning and an end. So when you read this and these dudes are saying he made me not, or shall the thing framed say of him that framed him, he had no understanding. So these dudes are saying, look, forget this, you know what I mean? Forget one God. You know what I'm saying? That one God, when the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob says he's only one God, there's no beside me, forget that. There's two gods. That's what he's saying, basically. And he's saying that our God has no understanding. They're trying to flip the whole shit around. So you guys read Isaiah 29, 13 through 16. Should be apparent. Easy as hell to understand. So let's get to cooking some more, man. And that's what it is. I see y'all talking in the comments. You know what I mean? Our God is everywhere. We have to understand it. When he's everywhere, he can be anything he wants to be. He's everlasting. He's eternal forever. So let's talk about this and let's really dig into the whole angel stuff. And I really want to get into Genesis, chapter 22. So when we get to Genesis chapter 22, first let's start at 21. Because we have to understand, look, everybody in the history of Israelites knew that our God was eternal, the only one God, and was everlasting. So when we read Genesis 21, verse 33, going into chapter 22, that's the real chapter I want to get into. But we understand, look, and Abraham planted a grove in Beersheba and called there on the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. Everlasting, no God before him. Any translation you read is going to say something similar to that. We already understand that they knew, look, our God is everlasting. Everybody should know that. So let's go to chapter 22 real quick. And this is something that we have to understand, because this dude is saying that the Most High God, his Most High, the one that's number one in command, and he worships number two, which he calls an angel. Let's talk about this, because right here, he can't prove it at right here in Genesis 22, and we're going to go to Deuteronomy 4 as well. So Genesis 22:1, the God, my God, I mean the God that rules over everything, this is what he said. And it came to pass that these things that God did tempt Abraham and said unto him, Abraham, and he said, behold, here I am. Verse 2, and he said, take thy son, thy only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and go thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there a burnt offering upon the mountains, which I will tell thee of. So you guys understand everything that happened here. This is what happened. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the number one God, the one in the command, told him, look, I'm doing this. He has it in his mind, like, look, I'm trying to tempt Abraham to see if he's going to listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Abraham can't really see him. Abraham just hears a voice. And we're going to see that. Watch this. Let's keep reading. So we know that he was going to sacrifice Isaac. He was being obedient, right? He didn't want to do it, but he still did it. He still was going to do it anyway. And Isaac spake to Abraham, his father, and said, my father. And he said, here I am, my son. And he said, behold, the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering? And Abraham said, my son, God will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering. So they went, so he went for both of them together. Verse 9, and they came to the place that God had told him of, and Abraham built an altar there, and they laid a wood in order, and both Isaac and the son, and laid him in the altar upon the wood. We guys should know this already. Verse 10, and Abraham stretched forth his hand and took the knife to slay his son. So Abraham was listening to everything that God was tempting him to do, because why? God wanted to see if he was going to listen. This ain't no angel saying it. This is the God from the heavens saying it. There's no angel that appeared here. So if this dude, little Moore, wants to say it, an angel came down as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he's freaking lying. You know what I'm saying? Now we're going to see an angel pop up. Verse 11, and the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, here I am. So if the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was there, why didn't he just say it himself? The angel had to come out of heaven, call unto him out of heaven. So when we say heavens, we talking about the sky. When Abraham didn't see no angel and he heard the voice of the Lord, when the Most High was talking to him, the God of Abraham was like Isaac and Jacob was talking to him, most likely he just heard a voice. He didn't see anything until the angel came. And it doesn't even really say that he saw an angel. He just said that the angel called to him out of heaven. So let's go to verse 15 real quick. And the angel of the Lord called unto out of heaven the second time. But let's go back. I apologize. Verse 12. And he said, lay not thine hand upon the lad, neither do thou thing unto him. For I know that thou fearest God, seeing thou have not withheld thy son, thy only son from me. So you guys know the reason why our covenant even began. You know what I mean? Our covenant began, is in stages. For anyone that knows that, our covenant is in stages. When it got to Jacob, it switched a lot because that was one nation. Abraham was a father of nations. So the covenant there was, everybody knows, the circumcision. That circumcision goes through all of the Abrahamic seeds. You know what I'm saying? So it filtered off into Israel. That's why we say the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because the God of Israel chose Abraham to start the whole lineage. So verse 15 through 17, and the angel of the Lord called to Abraham out of heaven the second time. So this is the angels 2 times now. You know what I'm saying? This is not no, you know what I'm saying? And he said, by myself I have sworn, saith the Lord, for because thou have done this thing, and it was not withheld thy son, thy only son, this is a blessing. I will bless thee, and I will multiply thee with a multiple seed of the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore, and thy seed shall possess the gate of thy enemies. So who was Abraham? Who did Abraham take instructions here from? There was nothing here. There's nothing here at all. The only thing that might have came was the angel. You know what I'm saying? That he might have saw the angel coming from the heaven. We don't know if the angel was talking from heaven or the angel came down. Most likely the angel came down. But what I really want to get into is Deuteronomy 4. Because Deuteronomy 4 is going to show us that this God right here is the same God that gave us everything and the same God that we're supposed to worship. So let's go to Deuteronomy 4 real quick. So remember Genesis 22, and we're going to go to Deuteronomy 4. For ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord thy God which I command you. Your eyes shall have seen the Lord, what the Lord did because of Baal Peor. For all the men that follow Baal Peor, the Lord thy God hath destroyed them from among you. So this is verse 7 right here. Let's get to verse 7 real quick. We're going to start go to verse 7. Deuteronomy 4. For what nation is there that's so great, who have God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we may call up on him for? So there's, you know what I'm saying? There's really no angel needed for us to talk to the Most High. I mean, we can't talk to him now because we're in captivity. He hid his face from us. And when he says when he's talking about hiding his face, he doesn't literally mean his face. And we're going to get into that. All right. So verse 9, only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thy eyes have seen, and lest thou depart from thy heart from the days of thy life, but teach thy sons of thy sons' sons. Verse 10, especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy God in the Horeb, when the Lord said unto me, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, and they may learn to fear me in all the days that they shall live upon the earth. and that they teach their children. Verse 11, and they come near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire in the midst of heaven, and the darkness and the clouds and the thick darkness. And the Lord spoke, or spake unto the midst of the fire, and ye heard the voice of the words, but saw no similitude. Only heard a voice. And listen to this. And he declared unto you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform, even the 10 commandments. And he wrote then 2 tables of stones. So we already know, look, the same God that gave us the covenant and the command, that we saw no voice. I mean, all we heard was a voice. We saw no similitude. This is the God that we serve. And the Lord commanded me to at that time to teach you the statutes and the judgments, that ye may do them in the land whither you go to possess it. So I thought we're supposed to be able to see our God that gave us this. Why can't we see him here? This is the same God that he said that the children of Israel thought was the Most High, his number one commanding God that created the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's who he's talking about. But reality, it's all one God. You know what I mean? This is where these people get mixed up. So if you read verse 14 and 16, this is where, you know what I mean, you really have to pay attention to. And the Lord commanded me at the time to teach you the statutes and commandments. Therefore, take ye for good heed unto yourself, for ye saw no manner of similitude. Anyone that knows what similitude is, he's talking about a form of a person, of a man, on the day that the Lord spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire. Verse 16, lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female. So everything that the Lord spoke to us, the commandments, the judgments, the covenant, everything. And he says, I gave you this on this day, and I didn't show you any form. All you heard was a voice. So that God that we heard, that was just a voice, and we saw nothing, right? Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, and or the similitude of any figure, or the likeness of any male or female. So when you see these little commas in here, I know it doesn't say or. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to add to the word, but you guys know what commas are. Graven image, similitude of any figure, male or female. Doesn't matter. We saw no form of anything. The Lord said it. So if you got a problem with me, go figure it out somewhere else. You know what I mean? Because you ain't going to figure it out here if you can't see what the Lord said, especially in his book of the law. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all are so wound up, so confused, and it's madness at this point. So let's go to Deuteronomy 10 real quick. I'm getting tired of this dude, man. Little ass jit, fucking chief of the Utah Lights. I know a lot of y'all niggas are mad because you thought you was going to Utah. Now you got a nigga with 2 gods teaching you the scriptures. All right, so Deuteronomy 10, verse 11. And the Lord said unto me, arise, take thy journey before the people, that they may go to possess the land, which I swear unto the fathers unto them. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee? But fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all your soul. So we know this is the same God that we saw no form, nothing. All we heard was a voice. Remember, this is the same God that gave us the commandments to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes. I command you this day for thy God. Behold, even the heaven and the heaven of heavens is the Lord thy God. The earth also, with all that therein is. Only the Lord had a delight in thy fathers to love them, and choose their seed after them. Even you above all people, as it is this day. Circumcise therefore the foreskin of your heart, and be no more stiff-necked. Listen to this. For the Lord your God is the God of gods, the Lord of lords, a great God, a mighty and terrible, which regardeth not person, nor taketh reward. So right here, he has his God, which is supposed to be the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's in second in command. His most high up here is the same most high that gave us, that we didn't see no form, No similitude. Remember, his God has a form. He even said it out of his own mouth. Remember, he said that he thought the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he said out of his own mouth, little more. He said that his God was formed. But our God, when we heard our God speaking to us, what did our God say in Deuteronomy 4? When our God was speaking to us, he said, we saw no similitude. For ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that the Lord spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire, lest you corrupt yourselves and make. So these niggas is corrupting themselves and teaching other people the same shit that they corrupting themselves with. So let's go back to Deuteronomy 10 real quick. Tired of this nigga, bro. He belongs in a, man, I'm not even going to say that. But let's go. Deuteronomy 10, verse 11. And the Lord said unto me, arise. Let's go right here through 17. Boom. And the Lord said unto me, arise, take thy journey before thy people, and they might go to possess the land, which I swore unto their fathers to give unto them. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord God require of thee? But fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all your heart and all your soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command ye this day for thy good. Behold, the heaven of the heavens is the Lord's. The God, everything we already read this. For the God of the gods, he's the God over everything. We should understand this, man. So let's go to Deuteronomy 33 real quick. Anybody that's an Israelite should understand this. Should be real easy to comprehend. Let's go right here real quick just to show you guys. Deuteronomy 33:26. There is no God like unto the God of Jeshurun. We know that's Israel. Anyone that knows the scriptures, who rideth upon the heaven in thy help, and is thy excellency of the sky. The eternal God is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms, and shall thrust out the enemy before thee, and shall destroy them. We know our God is everlasting, eternal. Doesn't matter what translation you try and read this in, it's pretty much the same picture. You know what I'm saying? Same translation, different wording. That's it. We always knew. We just read it in Genesis 21 when we talked about Abraham. Abraham knew that our God was the everlasting God, the eternal God. Period. So let's go to Isaiah 46. Isaiah 46, and we're almost done here, man. Don't get it twisted. And we got a little thing at the end for you guys. If anyone got any questions, I'll answer that too. But let's go to Isaiah. Let's do this real quick. Isaiah 46, 5 through 9. So remember this chart that he has up here, right? Where he has his formed God right here at number 2. Then he has the Most High God that he said created his God, number 2. Isaiah 46, 5. And we're going to go through everything, especially the shit that he said, which is so blasphemous. Well, let's go. Isaiah 46, 5 through 9. To whom will ye liken me, and make me equal, and compare me, that we may be like? The lavish gold out of the bag, the weight silver in a balance, and hire a goldsmith, and they make it of a god. They fall down, ye worship. They bear unto him the shoulder, they carry him. So, that's talking about idols and stuff, JC type shit. Remember this and shew yourselves. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. Remember the former things of old. For I am God, and there is none else. I am God, and there is none like me. So when he says there's none like me, and he says, to whom will ye liken me, and make me equal, and compare me, that we may be like? Sit back and really digest that. He's saying, who can you make me equal and compare me to? To whom will ye liken me? So this means there's no, when he's saying this, he's saying literally, who can be like me? You can't put no one next to me, and you can't put nobody above me. So that means, when you really break it down, that really means that he couldn't have a creator. Because if he had a creator, then obviously, look, there will be somebody above him. There'll be somebody that's like him, that can do things like him. I don't get what we don't understand about that. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reason why we just read in Deuteronomy 4, don't make any graven images and all this and thinking this God or this angel is here. No. Niggas is corrupting themselves and they can't understand the scripture. So when we go to Isaiah 44, the same scripture where he brought up, and it's funny that he went to this scripture because the nigga didn't even read what came right after it. You know what I mean? This is the icing on the cake right here. This right here is the icing on the cake. Isaiah 44, which is the same scripture he read in his video, that he read in his little video. Let's go look at it real quick. Isaiah 44, verse 6 through 7. And this is what he forgot to read. Thus saith the Lord, King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts. I am the first, I am the last, and beside me there is no God. And who, as I call, and shall declare it, and set it in order for me, since I appointed the ancient people, and all the things that are coming, and thou shalt say, who shall shew unto them? So let's look at this. When he's reading this, right, and he's saying there was no God formed before him or after him, then he specifically said that his God was formed, right? That's what he specifically said. Verse 7 right here. And who I shall call and shall declare it. And who as I shall call and declare it, and set it in order for me, since I appointed the ancient people and the things that are coming and shall come, and let it shew unto them. So if you guys go watch the video, right? Go watch this little video. When he read his little video, and he said when he read his little scriptures, and he said that the only time Israel heard the Most High and not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was when he gave the commandments, right? What does this scripture say? It says, and who as I, thus saith the Lord, I shall call and shall declare it and set it in order for me. Yo, these little niggas be stitching on themselves, bro. This is the new Little Pump generation. They brought this shit to the truth. You know what I mean? They brought New Testament to the Old Testament. You know what I mean? They split up the gods. That's what they did. So if you're saying the Most High gave us the commandments and not Hayah, his angel God, well, our God right here says, who's going to set it in order for me? So why would the Most High have to give the commandments to Israel when Israel doesn't know who that is? Why is he setting stuff in order for the God of Israel if there's two gods? These niggas are blind. And this is the chief of the Utahites. Who's gonna set it in order for me? Go watch his video. I have the link in the description. The original video he deleted. The original video he deleted. I have the clips. He specifically said the only time that this God up here, up top, the only time that Israel saw them, or saw this God up here, the number one God, he said the only time that they talked to him was when he gave the commandments. But this God right here, the God that I serve, he says, thus saith the Lord, King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of the hosts. I am the first, I am the last, and beside me there is no God. And who as I shall call and shall declare it and set it in order for me. Do y'all see the blasphemy here? Fear ye not, neither be afraid. Have not I told thee from that time, and I have declared it? Ye are even my witnesses. Is there a God beside me? Is there no God, and I know not any? So there shouldn't be, niggas shouldn't be seeing two gods anywhere in the Torah. Especially when this nigga said that the real Most High gave the commandments. I thought his number one God created the number two God to control the earth. That's what he said. He said this God right here, his second God, he said, figuratively speaking, this God can be the Most High of the earth. But since this is the God of Israel, this God of Israel said no one can do anything for him. So why is the Most High God, that his first God on here on his little chart, why is he saying that God gave us the commandments? That means he's literally putting stuff in order for him. He's declaring stuff. And I just want to end on this note, man, and then we're gonna get into some questions and stuff. Any of y'all got some questions? I just want to go over this because I know it helps some people understand, and I hope it helps you guys understand. Just make it small and simple, real quick. So we have, you guys know what this is. This is the infinity sign, and we have beginning and end, a line right here, basically a line right here. And I have never formed up here because we know our God is eternal, everlasting. Things that are not everlasting, that die off or could be killed by the real God, the God over everything, the God of gods, the God of heavens. That God, my God, he's eternal. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's not down here where you can be formed. So everything formed into existence, natural and spiritual, requires a higher intelligence to do so. That should be common sense. Therefore, the non-formed eternal source that created everything is the only source with the formula. So if I created everything, right, I should be the only one with the formula that knows how to do it, right? Making it impossible for there to be any higher sources of power to be able to form the creator. So, I mean, it's confusing because look, he has two gods. So when I say this, when I say creator, I really mean the creator of creator. He's saying the Most High is the first creator, and he gave it to the God of Abraham, like Isaac and Jacob, to create everything else. That's not how it works. You know what I mean? If you read this, if you watch this video over and go read for yourself, I always push people to go read for themselves. This channel is not for me to tell you anything. This channel, you guys know what we do. We go over here and we go see what our God says. We don't make up stuff. We don't, you know what I mean, do all that crap. We go see what our God actually says. This is what obeying the voice is all about. Yeah, there might be some things in scripture that might look off, and if you don't have the correct understanding, you could be thrown off for a loop. I'm not saying that at all. Because you gotta remember, what did they do? They did violence to our book, to our law. We understand that. But if you have the true understanding, you seek the God of Israel, you should understand what's real and what's fake by reading the passage and listening to his voice when he gives instruction. So if you say your God was once formed, then you are indirectly saying that there's a higher intelligence with a formula to do so, which will then automatically make your God, give your God an actual beginning, a birthday. That's idolatry. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for a foreign being. You're looking for a man. You're looking for an angel. You're telling people, my God's an angel. This is what we're dealing with. The little chiefs of the little pumps of this new generation, bringing this shit to the truth. Hey, anyone got any questions, man? I'm looking through the chat right now. Let's see, y'all been talking, man. You know what I mean? I try to go in, try to show you guys this. You know what I mean? It's real simple. If you just read and listen to instructions and listen to the voice, it ain't hard at all, man. You know what I mean? This is an absolute slaughter, especially when our God says, no one can declare it. Who shall put it in the order for me? That literally tells you, look, there's only one God that you should be paying attention to anywhere in Scripture. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, little buddy, little chief, you're done. Hope you watch this too. You better take that videos down. This is decree against you right now. You better take them videos down. Dead ass. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for being in the chat though, man. I'm hot as hell right now. Just went in. But anyone got any questions, man, just let me know. Hit me up. I got the website dropping, tolchannel.com. We're going to drop that. We got some real products that we're going to really drop for y'all too. I don't take donations. I don't do none of that. Niggas out here looking for money and all that. Forget all that. I got a channel that I'm coming up with the website. I apologize. And it's going to be information. I'm going to start linking stuff together so people can see it. I don't want people to believe me at all. I want y'all to go read for yourself and get the true understanding. That's the only way you're going to be saved. And that's the truth, man. The only way you're going to be saved is to read for yourself. I don't mean to disrespect anyone. You Yeah, I mean, I take this stuff serious, man. I played football majority of my life, battling. I miss that shit. So I'm in the truth. I'm finding something to battle. You know what I'm saying? Especially niggas that's off the rocker on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna come to me and start preaching some false shit and talking about stuff that's against my God. I'm not having it, man. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, but I'm about to end the stream right now. Hey, listen, I don't know. I see y'all in the chat. I don't know. You know what I mean? I heard. You know what I mean? I need evidence, man. You know what I mean? I see a lot of people saying this man learned it from certain people. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say no names because I'm not going to, you know what I mean, push that narrative until I have the evidence. I told y'all send me screenshots. If I don't have screenshots of the niggas that's talking this shit, really, please don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Please, y'all send the screenshots. Show screenshots of when people say stuff, man. You know what I mean? I'm not going to blast nobody. I don't do that. I always, you know what I mean? When I go to battle, when I go to war, I always, you know what I mean? I line my eggs up. You know what I'm saying? You can't go to war and not have your shit lined up at all. You know what I mean? You got to have it lined up. You got to have the evidence. You got to be like, you look, I can go here and see what this nigga said. You know what I'm saying? Well, he shouted out Kevin. Hey, Danny, just rewind the video. But please go read for yourself. Go look at the scriptures. Especially when he's saying that the Most High was putting in order for his second God in Isaiah 40. If you read the exact words of Isaiah 44, he says, who shall set it in order for me? Yeah, I mean, who shall declare it? Yeah, I mean, this is talking about anything. Yeah, I mean, I'm the first, I am the last. This is our God, the one eternal God. Let me just go through I know a lot of y'all here chatting, man. It's crazy. Yeah, so someone down here, live righteous or die. He says, Yah Only Chiz said we shouldn't call our creator the Most High. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. You know what I'm saying? And we're not on here to gossip or any of that shit, but I don't have no evidence, and I don't like hearing people. I mean, it is alarming. You know what I'm saying? It is alarming when you hear people, I don't deal with all that he say, she say. I need the evidence. You know what I mean? If I don't have evidence, really don't say it at all. You know what I'm saying? Chiz been pushing scriptures for a while. You know what I'm saying? And I've never seen him. I looked at his story. You know what I mean? I even talked to him personally. He says he never said that. So, you know what I mean? We got to keep it at his word that he never said that. Little MOOR, he's known for taking shit and flipping it. You know what I mean? He does that with a lot of people. You know what I mean? He'll go learn some shit, and that's what little kids do. You know what I mean? People that call themselves little chiefs, and they want to be movie characters and all this shit. Little pump, you know what I'm saying? That's what niggas do, man. They go off, they have no understanding, and start talking anything they want to talk about. But that's all I have for right now, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm not going to be on IG anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be on IG anymore. Strictly this channel. Please share the video. Get this false doctrine and BS out of here. And tap back in, man. I appreciate y'all, man. All right. Peace.